My name is Abimanyu. I'm an ultramarathoner. I've been doing this ultramarathon since 2012. Started off with various distances from 100 kilometer. My recent challenge was the Hong Kong 4 Trails 298 kilometer unsupported challenge. The biggest challenge of my ultra running career, so to speak. Why I wanted to do all this was because I had an unwavering stubbornness to complete this 298 kilometer challenge, to be the first Singaporean to do it and complete it. My target was to, of course, to finish it under 60 hours, but I got lost and along the way, and only managed to do it below 71 hours and 52 minutes, giving me the finisher medal. So am I going to go back? Yes, I will go back and finish this, because I got this stubbornness to want to finish it, to do it below 60 hours. So 2 years ago, a team from Fitness Family participated in Oxfam Trail Walker. So Oxfam Trail Walker is basically 4 person in a team. They need to run a race together and complete the 100 kilometers together. So as part of the team synergy, we sent in 2 teams. Both teams are from all serving and ex-commandos. So you can go as fast as the slowest man can go. So as part of the team strategy, we mix and match everyone. So in my team, the 4 of us, stronger team. The target was to finish below 15 hours, but we completed in 20 hours. Okay, the thing about this team event is you need to, in each of the checkpoints, I could have easily topped up water and moved on, whereas I had to wait for the team members to come, and they had their own style of managing themselves in a checkpoint. So as part of the team strategy, I had to slow down, wait for the team members, and like vice versa for the rest of the guys as well. We had to look after one another. Like the commando say, never leave a fallen comrade behind. Then moving on to my second story is the race that I did in Australia last year. So it's from Mount Buller to Mount Bright. It's a supported event. It's 185 kilometer with about 10,500 elevation gates. It's along the Great Australian Alpine Walking Trail. So prior to that, 2 months ago, we were given all the reading materials on how the trail is going to be and what is expected. So knowing me, I didn't read any of those stuff. So I went blindly into the trail and was in for a rude shock when I ran the trails, because there was no, it's unlike our Macritchie or Singapore trail where there's a path for you to follow. There was no trails. You just run from marker to marker, and you're basically, I learned a new term from there, bushwhacking. So you just whack through the bushes and you run through. So it was a harsh lesson for me to learn, because there was one part where I had to cross almost 50 logs while running, and numerous creek crossings. So I was shocked, but still managed to complete it. Not in the planned time that I wanted. My target time was to go below 40 hours, but I completed at 44 hours. So my recent challenge, the toughest challenge by far, both physically and in terms of distance, is the Hong Kong 4 Trails. It was a 298 kilometer self-supported event. Self-supported meaning there's no checkpoints along the way, there's no water points. You are self-sufficient on your own. So the only support that you get is at the end of each trail. So I say each trail because there's 4 trails in Hong Kong. First trail is Hong Kong Macleo's Trail, 100 kilometer. Second trail, Wilson 78. Third, Hong Kong 50 kilometer. The last one is Lantau 70. So after I finish each trail, the support crew will come and pick me up. That's where I get my support and food and supplies. So prior to this race, when I registered for this, I got the info that I got into this race. So I planned to do a recce trip to familiarize myself with the trails and the trail section. So I did. So I managed to do. I took 1 week leave, went to Hong Kong, spent a bit of time on the Hong Kong trails. But knowing me again, I didn't do a proper job. So when I went to do the Hong Kong 4 trails, I got lost very badly. I think I lost almost about 5 hours of time. So from my experience, my Australia race and the Hong Kong trails, both I did the same mistake. I was overconfident in myself. Subsequently, I'm going to do this race again, Hong Kong 4 Trail, determined and stubborn again to finish it below 60 hours. The strategy is very simple. This time I'm going to spend 1 week in Hong Kong running all the trails in portion, basically Hong Kong 50, 50, and then all the trails I'm going to run, make sure I know the sections and portions. I'm very familiar with it.